if we're getting away from the offensive side, defensively, uh, this is the best defense. I don't know if it was you guys or if it was Tommy who was telling me the other week. No, it's not. This is the best defense the league has ever seen. I don't care what anybody says. This is the best defense the league has ever seen. We have held now six starting running backs to under 200 yards total combined in 6 games. Jordan Mason had 53 yards in this game compared to the 135 that we let up in the first 5 games. That's still under 200. Those are top running backs. Jordan Mason was the number one running back coming into the league today, or the number two. He was one or two up there with Derrick Henry, who was also held to 36 yards in week one. This defense, oh my gosh, cannot be stopped. And we just lost cornerback two, Watson. Watson walks away with Jalen Watson walks away with a broken ankle. He's done for the season. So not only are we having injury woes on offense, we're having injury woes on defense. But either way, we got two guys that have played a combined 14 snaps prior to Sunday's game, come away with interceptions from an elite quarterback. 14 combined snaps, and they walk away with interception, both of them. One guy played one snap before getting in there. I mean, the Spags, whatever he's doing, whatever we're feeding these boys, keep feeding it. Keep
Look,
feeding it.
the reason why Jordan Mason was the number one running back in the league has a lot to do with that offensive line. And our defensive line, our front seven in general, just absolutely dismantled them on Sunday. So and you just look at how deep our secondary is. So, like you said, who Nazeeh Johnson came in for Jalen Watson. He did struggle a little bit, but we're deep in the secondary. So, like hands down, I don't know how numbers are looking as far as historical defense wise, but as of the league today, right now, this is the best defense in the league, and there isn't anything that you can show me that proves otherwise. Like the Chiefs defense is the whole reason why we're 6-0. Our offense has been struggling, and that's been clear. This has been one of the offense's better games, but Pat still had interceptions. Like we're struggling on offense compared to what we're used to, and the defense is the 100% the entire reason why we are 6-0.
Yeah, you said Nazeeh Johnson came in, but can we just go ahead and talk about what happened to Josh Williams? Like, he's not playing very many snaps anymore. Is he just falling off? Everybody's taking over for
Well,
him,
he'll
or
be forced to now.
He'll be forced to play now, but you're right. He was one of the main guys last year with the injuries that we did have that stepped up with Jalen Watson as well. I think
Our
I think he was.
secondary room is very competitive, so like
I was gonna
it's
say
he's
it's
gonna
competitive.
play.
He'll get in, but I think part of the reason why he played so much last year is from what Tybo just said. Nazeeh Johnson, he got injured in OTAs and wasn't able to make the field at all last year. And then we had L'Jarius Sneed who got injured. Trent McDuffie also got injured. So you got three guys out right there. And then it just is what it is. And so now he's splitting reps with some of the other guys. We're just so deep. The talent acquisition that we've gotten at cornerback, and it all being from free agents, like undrafted free agents or late in the draft, is absolutely ridiculous. The talent scouts that we have on this team are insane when it comes to DB recognition.
Yeah, and I mean just Justin Reed being the leader of that group back there. The Hicks got an interception, so like the plethora of guys that we have at the safety position outside of Justin Reed, you're talking Brian Cook, Chamari Connor, and what's his first name? What's Hicks' first name?
Jaden?
Jaden,
Jaden Hicks. Like we're sitting pretty. I think if some corners take over some nickel responsibilities here and there, like it'll be no problem to compensate for the injury to Jalen Watson.
Now you're saying this is the one of the best defenses of all time, Ty Bob. Is Spagnuolo the best coordinator that should never be a head coach ever again?
I, I've already apologized for what I've said on him about him in previous years. The best coordinator that should never be a head coach
Yes.
Yes. If we're putting that stipulation on it, yeah. No, he definitely shouldn't ever be a head coach again. And he was actually on the Dan Levitard show a week or 2 weeks ago. He did an interview on God Bless Football. And it was a really, really good interview. I think I sent it to you guys. But one of the things that he said on there was,
Send us a
I
clip.
I think that I could be a head coach in this league again. But
Uh,
I don't know if I want to be. He said, I'm in a really good spot right now. And if
He's
the
like, I
right
wouldn't wanna leave.
position ever comes up, it's possible that I take it. But I'm in such a good position right now that it would have to be an astronomical opportunity for me to leave Andy. I love working for him. I love working for the Hunts and this Chiefs organization, and I don't see leaving anytime soon. So yeah, he's the best coach. That should never be a head coach again.
And look, I know Spags has our locker room right now, but I could easily see him going to a different place as a head coach and kind of messing that image of himself up and not like winning another locker room over, like
I think a lot of it had to do with like whatever culture Andy brought in. I think he and Andy are great fits together with whatever culture that they provide. And Andy coming in and kind of setting the tone and then making sure that Bob Sutton got out of there and your culture is still the same. You bring in a guy who's very like-minded and has been in the league for a long time as well. You bring him in as your DC and he only has to focus on being a coordinator of that defensive side and just focus on his responsibilities, not the team responsibilities. I think that's a big thing that many people overlook, especially young guys who are looking at getting into those head coaching positions is you're no longer just responsible for that one piece. In fact, you really don't have to focus on that one piece at all. You have to focus on so many other things and it gets away from the things that they're best at.
that's fair enough. There's not really any other coordinator that I mean, Spagnuolo is probably going to go down as like, if not one of the best, the best defensive coordinator of all time.
I, I would agree. And I think realistically, if he's willing to take another head coaching position, maybe it's some years out, but wait till Andy's ready to go. I think the Hunt family would be very happy to hand over the keys to the kingdom to Steve Spagnuolo whenever Andy is ready to go. If Steve wants to stay in the league, I think they'd be pretty happy to hand over the keys to the kingdom to him.
keep talking while I look
You
up
say
how
that
old
now.
Spags and Andy are.
Well, Andy, I believe, is in his early 70s.
And he
Spags, I
just signed
believe,
a
is,
4-year contract extension?
yeah, but the coaching contracts are year by year, even
Obviously, yeah.
there.
Okay,
Spags
Spagnuolo
is
is
mid
64.
60s.
He's 64.
There you go. So he can stick around for a few more years. It all just depends on how long Andy wants to stick around as
Andy
well.
Reid is 66.
Oh, I thought he was early 70s. All
That's
right.
a
Well,
fine.
Yeah.